here we go. Now getting into our grand finals here, into our best of 5, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ultra Love, we have our red Protoss player. We have a red Protoss representing Storm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the French Terran player, the blue Terran, representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. Let's go. The first time they're playing, the second time they're playing all year. But yeah, the last time we casted MaxPax versus Clem here was, as we mentioned, WardiTV Monday number 21, and they also played, of course, in the Little League Cup Grand Finals, and that's it. That's all they played in. But again, like we don't cast the European weekly, so I'm ready. I'm excited. It's been a while. How do they face off against each other? Oh boy. So we have a best of 5. Oh, also, before I forget, if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat. Let's go. Let us go. These two go back and forth. Coming into this, I would say that Clem is the favorite player, 100%. Clem is the favorite player coming into the finals. But what I will say is that, thankfully, MaxPax has been able to fight back. It was post-December, or coming into like the end of December, where we actually saw MaxPax having a more competitive form against Clem. I want to say that like EWC and post EWC, Clem was the more dominant player over MaxPax 100%, and it was looking quite terrifying just how good Clem was. But again, in the months preceding that, especially coming into December, into January, we have seen MaxPax fight back time and time again, has definitely been improving against Clem, and that all culminated into the Little League Cup. As of course, MaxPax, he is our reigning Little League Cup champion. True. Did win those finals, did bring Clem down. So right now, MaxPax, he is in form. That's an out. Gets the first probe. First probe does fall. Reaper is zoned away. And we have our opener of choice. A little bit surprising here, MaxPax, he's actually been quite vocal about his disdain for Stargate-based play, but it is a Stargate opener in Game 1. Let's go. Now, this is usually considered unsafe. You can get away with Stargate openers on larger maps like Amygdala, Abyssal Reef, King's Cove. On smaller maps like Ultra Love, less so. This is where it can get a little bit dicey here, just because you're vulnerable to early game aggression. Reaper does dip into the bases and has yet to confirm the tech, but now will. We'll get eyes on the Stargate and on the Phoenix. So Clem is now aware. Back at home does begin the Viking. Viking production has begun. Shot is baited out here by the Shade. And Clem, he will break out. I do apologize for missing Clem's opener, but it looks like double gas opener into a later CC. Okay, we can now focus on our games. We can focus in. They played in the semis of WardiTV Monday 19. I guess we missed that one, I guess. It's very rare that we miss the semis in the WardiTV Monday, but that sometimes happens if like one of the quarterfinals matches lasts a longer time. Does happen. Or that could have been one of the weeks that we missed. If you remember, there was like 1 or 2 Wardi Mondays that we missed this year. True. As the Phoenixes, they will try to slow down the push. Alas, Vikings, they do reinforce, and Clem is moving out. And again, the goal here for Clem is to break MaxPax before he hits critical mass of Phoenix. This is also why Phoenix openers can be really unsafe, because of this timing, because of this window of vulnerability. The window is there. We have a shield battery. We have force fields, more importantly. We have those force fields. We can lock down the army. Clem, he does notice. Second shield battery on the way. MaxPax holding the line. Oh. That was a weak miss. Yeah. There you go. MaxPax catching reinforcements, takes down a Viking, gets one, gets two, not bad. Takes down two Vikings, forces the entire army back home, and MaxPax, he holds. He does hold, he does defend. Catching up more SCVs. And forcing Clem all the way back home, 7 SCV kills, and the army does nothing. Again, this is a big investment here by Clem. Going into Mass Viking, into Mass Cyclone, into that move out, and he didn't achieve anything here, and now MaxPax can expand. Now he can expand, he can take a third base. Likewise, building up towards Colossus, the bay is now done, into Phoenix Colossus. Now, Clem, he did preserve most of his army, like he still has a decent force, and he can maybe try to force a cancel of the third. But as time goes on, MaxPax's army is getting more and more terrifying, especially with the addition of the Colossus. So I'm less convinced here by Clem. Oh, gets a lock on. Does get one Phoenix. One Phoenix goes down. MaxPax collapsing in, lifts the tank does fall, and just Marines left, and these are vanilla Marines. Tank does get dropped though. Tank gets dropped. The Immortals are exposed. Colossus has arrived. Again, a little bit too late. And is there enough anti-air? The Vikings are here for the Colossus. A massive shot's going up. Colossus is gonna fall. And a messy fight here for MaxPax. He does hold, does survive, at a cost. And again, the Viking are just getting higher and higher. Losses are not an issue, but MaxPax does at least save the third base. He's still mining. Still has a greater economy. Clem behind this has yet to expand. There we go. Now on location. A later third CC for Clem, as he has recognized he cannot break MaxPax. It's not happening. He missed that window. He missed that timing. Oh. Forshwood looking him down. MaxPax playing with fire, does force the siege. So MaxPax pulls away. Does pull away. Oof. Catching out the Phoenixes. Those are brutal losses. Despite the opener, MaxPax, he is down to 0 Phoenixes. MaxPax doesn't really have much of an army. As he needs more time going into his Gateway Explosion. We have +1, Charge, Temple Archives, into Archons and Storm. It's time to reinforce. Clem likewise building up towards a Sim timing. Stim Combat Chills +1. All on the horizon here. And finally his Bio Army can be that much more threatening. It's not just about the Vikings, now it's about the Marines and the Marauders as well. As Clem just has no chill. He just keeps pushing. Keeps moving out with whatever he has left. Does move forward. Again, there is no Colossus. He sims in, trying to catch the Immortal. Immortal barely backs up. Barely does pull away. That Max is getting ready for a surround. Ooh, brutal Mind Shot takes down the Immortal. Immortal goes down. Vikings, they lift once again, and they're going for the Colossus. They're going to hunt it down. And Max actually pulls back. Wants none of those Vikings. He does notice. Yeah, Colossus falls instantly. Massive pickup. And Clem, has he done it? The Mind Shots, they shut down the Zealots. Vikings land, he sims in. He sims and he breaks through. There's one Immortal remaining. Likewise going to go down. GG gets called, and Clem, he breaks MaxPax. He takes game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Again, I was a little bit surprised here to see MaxPax play Stargate. Again, he's been very vocal about it, about not enjoying, not liking Stargate play, not anymore, about being more of a Twilight Council player, and despite that, it did open Phoenix. And what I will say is that I was very impressed. I was very impressed with the initial defense. I was almost certain that Clem would be able to break through, but no, MaxPax, he bought time. He forced Clem all the way back home. That was a strong start for MaxPax. And then he lost all the Phoenixes, right? Then the second wave came in and did trade well, reset the Phoenix count, got the first Colossus, and despite the initial failed blundered attack from Clem, the second wave made up for that. And that kind of led into what we mentioned at the time, if you remember, how despite Clem's first push kind of quote-unquote failing, he didn't really lose much of an army. He lost 2 Vikings and a tank, but he preserved everything else to build up towards that second wave instead. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're getting into game number 2. And we'll see if our Protoss player here can fight back. If he can bounce back and make a series out of this. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of ley lines, we have the red Protoss player from the land of Denmark, representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the French Terran player, the blue Terran, representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. Here we go. So we are moving out. And Clem is opening up with an eBay block. Oh, I'm assuming eBay block. Never mind. He does hide his Let's go! It does hide his SCV. Not going for the eBay, going for the Rax instead. The Rax has been thrown down, proxied behind the mineral line. And we'll see if MaxPax does notice what's going on. Alongside this proxy Rax, typically we also throw down a bunker as well. The bunker is, of course, so the units have a place to be safe, but also to deny mining. Deny mining here for as long as possible and to maintain control of the natural. So a cheeky move here by Clem. Very cheeky. And we'll see what he can get done with it. As MaxPax does move out. Does scout, does confirm the Rax is missing. He is aware. But alas, it could be a fake proxy or a real proxy. He doesn't know. Oh! As he throws out... Oh, no! Okay, does confirm. Does get eyes on the proxy. Is aware. Whew. Thankfully, that was close. Throws down the pylon. I appreciate that the pylon is a little bit further on the right-hand side. Oh, but the bunker is going for the pylon. I was about to say that because of the placement of the pylon, it does mean that it's going to be safe against the initial bunker, but never mind. Clemmy goes for it. Does go for that pylon. Bunker is halfway done. Stalker's on the way. Stalker's being chronoed as we speak. And the last Reaper is going for the probe. Probe gets knocked down. Bunker complete. And with the help of this bunker, I believe it's within range of the shield battery. Yeah, it is within range. Oof. A bit of miscontrol here. The SCV goes down. Yeah, no juggling here by Clem. No juggling. Second Reaper arrives. Shield battery does complete. Reapers, they rush past. The salvage! He pulls it off! No shot. Pulls off the salvage. Gets the hell out of there. That was slick. That was good. For those that are curious, if you remember, salvage can be interrupted if you attack it. One shot and it will be disrupted and you can lock it down. But Clem, he dove into the main base, lost the Reaper to make sure he got the salvage on. So a very nice distraction. Very nice move. From here, Clem is transitioning. Back at home, we have our factory into Starport, into second Rax. Ooh, that is a brutal loss here for MaxPax. Leads out a Stalker. But he will delay the CC. Worth it. Will attempt to delay. Takes down the SCV. Poise are being pulled. And the Stalker will at least focus on the Widowmine. Oh! Widowmine does fall. Adept comes in. Second Widowmine out of position. And this is getting out of hand. It's getting out of control. Getting 2 SCV so far. Oh. Almost getting a third. Almost getting a third worker. CC does complete. And with that, Clem holds. Oh my god. Clem, he does hold on. Again, a very intense early game here. With the proxy, with the counterattack. Now MaxPax up to 2 adepts. Behind this time going towards Twilight Council. We're done with Stargate play. We're done. Never again. Never again. MaxPax will threaten the shade. In the shade, Cyclone has arrived, going straight for the Stalker. Stalker goes down, massive pickup. And so will the Adepts. Yeah, very efficient trades here from Clem. He punishes MaxPax. Did overstay his welcome. And MaxPax has that much more pressure on him to get some counter damage done. He's got 3 gates in the main. Just 3 gates. So 3-gate blink. We'll soon move out across the map. And with this Warp Prism, MaxPax, he can dive into the main. He can pick off SCVs. He can try to break through a tank line. We'll see what he can get done. But he has to get something. So here we go. Here comes the move out. Runs into the Cyclone. Nice pickup. Strong start. Takes down the Cyclone. Back at home. Bunker is getting ready. Tank getting in position. Tank actually headed towards the main. As there's only 1 tank. I'm just pulling back. Oh! Nice control. Avoids a mine shot. Boys are being pulled. So Clem is holding on. Second tank has arrived. Clem is holding. MaxPax still looking for a way in. It's up to Clem to rotate to keep up with the movement of the Stalkers. So far, pre-pull the boys. He's on those repairs. Likewise, MaxPax rotating into the main. Does rotate in, blinks in, goes for the dive, and will take down the tank. Tank will fall. Nice pickup. Takes down the tank, kites against the SCVs. And so far, very efficient trades here from MaxPax. Shutting down more Marines. Oh, 2 Stalkers go down towards the end. But overall, a better trade from MaxPax. He does preserve his army. Still containing Clem. Back at home, getting his 3rd fully saturated. 4th base on the way. That is greedy, but so far is getting away with it. So far, so good. And MaxPax, he needs to be greedy here. So just keeping Clem's attention back at home. Going for the mineral line. Oh, 2 SCVs. Not bad. Nothing major, but again, he doesn't lose anything. So 2 SCV kills. Rotates back over. Back at home, we have our splash damage of choice. Not Storm. Bay. Bay into Colossus. So Colossus production is on the horizon. 4th base, about to get up and running. And this is all well and good here for MaxPax, but soon Clem will break out. We're waiting for the upgrade. Stim, combat shields, +1. Concussive shell. It will all soon finish. And when it does, Clem can counterattack. It's going to be up to MaxPax to slow down this push. Speaking of, it's a Marine. Gets 1, gets 2. 2 Marines go down. MaxPax, he doesn't lose the Stalker yet. Oh, the Prism gets caught though. Yeah, massive pickoff. Prism goes down. Now there's no counterattack. There's nothing to threaten Clem. Clem can just focus on the move out. And can MaxPax hold on? He has charge, and he has the first Colossus. It's on the wave. They'll say dive in. Nice force fields. They get on top of the tanks. Tanks will fall. Clem starts stepping forward without that tank though. He has to back off. Pulls away. And here comes that Colossus. So the run-by does lay reinforcements, and MaxPax, he saves the 4th base. He holds on. Survive. Oh god! Does survive. Likewise, MaxPax, he confirms a 3rd TC. And waits his turn to expand. And now suddenly MaxPax, he has gained map control. Let's control the map. He's up to 2 Colossus. Clem going for a drop. Does unload. Does unload to reinforce. MaxPax pulling away as he distracts the main armies. They'll hit the mineral line. And they go for the SCVs. Ooh. They try to. Clem, he keeps up. Nice movement by Clem. Shuts down the run-by. We have another run-by on the way. MaxPax is going to have to back up from here. He's somewhat trading well, but doesn't have much support. Yeah, he has to pull away. Has to pull back. Colossus were looking very vulnerable. One of them almost taking hull damage. It's still very tense here between the 2 armies. MaxPax getting a 5th. Clem, he breaks out with a double drop. Does break out. Takes down the pylon. Prism does get into the mineral line. And so far doing well, warping into the main as well. 6 SCVs. Takes down 6 workers, goes for the warp in, distracting Clem, dragging him back home. No more zealots here towards the 3rd base. And Clem, he races back. And this is giving MaxPax more time. The 4th base, sorry, the 5th base now getting up and running for MaxPax. Getting fully operational. And should be soon going for either a 2nd robo or another form of splash damage. But now Max is going for the Dark Shrine. Dark Shrine is on the way. It is building up. Clem is stuck at home. The double drop failed. He had to race back. So far, Max is just doing a great job here. Whenever Clem tries to move out, he's forced back time and time again. He's just being contained. But the army's still terrifying. I should emphasize that. Like, Clem has been stuck at home. Once again, Max is going for another run by, another counterattack. Cleans up the Widow Mines. Clem turns around. Like, every time it looks like Clem wants to push, like, he's just forced back. Every time. The armies are maxing. Resume to the mineral line. Flashlight going up. Clemmy does react in time. MaxPax moving in, going for the CC. Catching reinforcements as well. And trying to pull Clem apart. And being relatively successful. Oh! Has to back up though. Clem is going to commit. And he will clean this up. The Colossus is going to be going down. MaxPax, he overextends. He should not have been here. He pushed too far in. At the same time, though, he gets the mineral line. 22 SCVs. Sells at the natural. Was that worth it? Does cripple the economy, but at a cost of 2 Colossus. And there's not many Colossus left. Remember, that 2nd robo is just now on the way. It takes a long time to replenish those Colossus. So I'm concerned for MaxPax. He has mainly a gateway army, mainly Zealots. There's a lot of Zealots. Here he pulls away. Going for another Zealot run by. Again, he's always got a run by ready to go. Always sending one out. So Clem is trying to keep up. Does rotate. Maestro connects. That's EMP. And the Colossus will fall, but do we have too many Vikings? Colossus goes down. Destructive production has begun for MaxPax. Getting ready for those Novas. DTs, they hit the field. 8 SCV kills, not bad. 8 SCVs go down. DT in the main, getting another worker. Does get another up to 12 SCVs. Clem just wants to move out. Like, this entire game, he's just perpetually stuck at home. The run bys, they don't stop. They do not stop. And again, Max is just buying enough time here for now Disruptors. Disruptors, they have hit the field. Novas are available. Viking. Nice concave here from Clem. There goes off. Decent connection. Nice splits here towards the end. And Clem will chase him down. He sims in. As he sims in, Zells, they hit the mineral line. But Clem, this time, he doesn't turn around. He's like, I'm done. But we just commit. We send it. He sims in. Rushes past the base. Chasing down the main army. Going for the production. Again, Clem, he's free, he's unbound, he's unbroken. We're done defending. Send it, Pappy. Never goes up. Doesn't connect. It doesn't connect in time. Celsius trying to collapse in. Oh, the flanking over. Oh my god. Forces the lift up. Nice movement there by Clem. Sorry, by MaxPax even. Clem does boost away. Does boost away. We do get the recall. Takes down a Forge. But MaxPax, he is holding. And Clem back at home. Still bleeding out more SCVs. Clem is all in here. Oh no! The Medivacs! Oh my god. Leaves them idle. 2 empty Medivacs go down. And Clem, he's trapped. He's trapped here with his main army. There is no escape. And MaxPax happily just rebuilding. Happily saturated. Amassing more Colossus, more Disruptors. Clem, he has to somehow break out of this. Oh! It does go through the center. Oh, not quite. There's maybe an opening, but he has to be careful because there's Blink, of course, for these Stalkers. MaxPax, he moves out. Clem, he commits into the main. Does unload. Does unload in time. MaxPax comes into the counterattack. Hits the third base. Oh. Does hit the third. Trying to catch out the army. Back in the main. We do see the Clem is going to be cleaned up. And Clem, he's just running out of steam here. And MaxPax, he was just so aggressive this game. GG gets called. He gets broken. And MaxPax, he will tab the series 1-1. GG. GG, well played. MaxPax playing very well here, just hyper aggressive. And again, because of his aggression, he was able to mass expand as well. We spoke about the faster 4th base. We spoke about the faster 5th base as well. MaxPax, he could afford to replenish the Zealots that he was losing. What's important is that he was mainly losing only Zealots, so playing very well there. And with that, GG. GG will play, just containing Clem time and time again. Just could not move out. By the time he did, he was all in. By the time he did, he was just forced into an all in, and he did not do enough. With that, we have a series. We have a back and forth. Let's go. Let us go. Not entirely sure who was winning. I mean, Clem had an opportunity. Remember, when he finally broke out across the map, he had the opportunity to just end the game then and there. He was all in, and he was catching Disruptors. He was trading well for himself, but, I mean, we saw that he was overwhelmed by the reinforcements. He did run out of steam, and with that, MaxPax he held. He won. GG. GG, well played. That leads us here into El Dorado, into Game 2, and we'll see who takes the lead in the series. Let's go. Let us go. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of El Dorado, we have the red Protoss player, the Danish Protoss representing Psystorm Gaming, tying up the series 1-1. We'll see if he can extend that lead and keep up that momentum. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the French Terran player, the blue Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. Here we go. Oh no. As we are settling into Game 3. As a reminder, this is a best of 5, so we have plenty more games ahead of us, plenty more games to come. We go. We'll see who does take a lead. As welcome 1-0 to El Dorado, one of the more quirky maps in the map pool. You can definitely approach this in a couple different ways. You can expand away from your opponent or expand towards your opponent and mine through those minerals and rush into a greater economy with these gold bases. Now, as a result, likewise, short rushes by air as well. Short rushes by air. We have seen some Protoss players actually rush into Skytoss successfully here in PvT. That has occurred, that has happened. And MaxPax is one of them, but I don't know if that's something he's going to be relying upon here against Clem. It would be a risky decision to go for. So we expect standard play into the mid game. We'll see. Keep an eye on MaxPax. Again, he did play with a very low gas style last game. There's a reason why he was stuck on one robot for so long. I was concerned by that fact, by the way. But it is because he skipped his gases, and that's why he was reinforcing with mainly Zealots. And he was only losing Zealots, really, as well. Like, Zealot drops into the main, Zealot drops into the natural, Zealot run-bys at the third base. Just a very cheap army from MaxPax, just non-stop run-bys and drops. Did work out well. This time, we're setting up for a proxy. Let's go. Pylon has been placed. Clem opening up double gas. Delayed CC from Clem, going for a faster factory. Going for faster tech. So much more aggressive starts. Likewise, MaxPax proxy gate. Gateways proxied. And this is going to be an interesting dynamic. So ideally, if Clem was opening up economically, then MaxPax could punish that and could delay and maybe even cancel the CC. Unfortunately for MaxPax, the CC is on the high ground. The CC is on the high ground instead, so it's very safe, very secure. We'll see if MaxPax can still overwhelm as he's building up to 3 gates. And we could even see a 4th gateway behind this. Gateways are building up. Adept moves out. Will shade in. And he's just going to be checking for the first time here again. There's no CC on the low ground. If there was, he could delay. But there's no setup. It's in the main. Just now floating over. And so far, the safe play of Clem is paying off. So far. Likewise, just shut down the first Adept. Very nice catch. MaxPax reinforcing. And can he catch out that Cyclone? Barely does miss it. Does move out, runs into the Marines. Yeah, Marines going to be falling. Cyclone races back home. So far, nice pickoffs. Cyclone does lock on. Yeah, good control here by Clem. Takes down the Stalker, takes down the Adept. Let me shutting this down. Up. Pulling back. Tank has arrived. Clem was going for his own tank push, his own tank drop, actually. Clem was being hyper-aggressive, but now he's forced to be defensive. He's forced back. Tank will siege, and instead of going for the tank drop, he settles for a Marine drop. So already this is a win for MaxPax. Clem wanted to be hyper-aggressive by rushing that early tank and medevac. To settle for a Marine drop instead. As he moves out, MaxPax is racing back home. He's already in position. But thankfully, he doesn't go in. Holds on to that boost. Does boost away. Finds the proxy. We'll clean it up. And the game will continue. Now, as it all settles, we have MaxPax claiming his third. His third base up and running. Blink is in production. I believe it's going to be, 2-gate setup. So 2-gate Blink into that third. Working towards the splash damage. Faster bait here from MaxPax into Colossus. Doesn't have too many Stalkers. 1 Stalker goes down. Oh, the flank! Nice catch. He gets 1, he gets 2, he gets 3. 4 Stalkers go down. Massive pickups. 5. Oh my god. And MaxPax losing far too much here. 5 Stalkers go down. Then he breaks out. Pushing towards the natural. MaxPax falling back. Attack fully goes off. Like there's MaxPax. Oh, he blinks in. He will lose all his Stalkers. He will lose everything here. And that's all that was left. GG gets called, and Clem, he will overwhelm. And Clem takes the lead in the series. GG. Whew. Oh my god. GG, well played. Clem, he does take a lead. MaxPax, he did have a decent start to the game. He was able to deflect, able to shut down the early aggression, but he took a very rough fight in the center of the map. He lost 5 Stalkers. That was insane. And without that army, there was nothing left. There was nothing left from there. Clem, he snowballed out of control, and MaxPax did crumble under the pressure. GG. GG, well played. That leads us into game number 4. And it could all end here and now. Again, Clem, he needs one more game to become our champion. The pressure is now on MaxPax to fight back and to force the ace match. Personally, I'm hoping for an ace match. I'm hoping for a back and forth series here. I mean, we've already had a back and forth, but ace match would be ideal. But the pressure is now on MaxPax as we are loading into King's Cove. Here we go. Here we go. Clem is too good for the Protoss match. I mean, literally the best player in the world. don't get much better than Clem. But that was a little bit on MaxPax. Again, he was caught off guard in the center. It wasn't just MaxPax taking a rough fight in the center. If you remember, Clem, he was also able to intercept and flank the army as well. It was a really sick move there out of Clem to come in with that medevac to boost in with those Marines and to catch the final Stalkers. And it was just very quickly escalated from there. Just very quickly escalated out of control, and that leads us here into game number 4, and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of a King's Cove, we have the Danish Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Snystorm Gaming. Down in the series, he has to fight back here and now to force the ace match. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the French Terran player, the blue Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. Here we go. As welcome one and all to King's Cove, one of the larger maps in the map pool. Because it's so large, I'm expecting more economic openers here out of our players. I know that MaxPax did struggle with Stargate play in game 1, but Stargate play is going to be more viable, more accessible here on King's Cove. So if MaxPax wanted to go back into Stargate, would make a little bit more sense here, but we'll see. We'll see. I know it was a rough game 1, and may not want to repeat that again. As only one gas, so single gas opener racks into expansion, economic start out of Clem. It's going to be opening up more economically, which again makes sense on a large map like King's Cove. Likewise, MaxPax gate into Cybercore into Nexus. No proxies, no cheeses, not this time. I'm most curious by the tech of MaxPax, whether he goes for a Stargate or a Twilight Council. That's what I'm most curious by here, as we get in towards a longer game state. Likewise, from here, Clem can still head into a Weird Mine drop, is going for the Reaper, so we'll get some scouting information. We'll be able to move out. Does head across the map. MaxPax getting ready. That's when Racer's Tech in position, shuts down the Reaper. Reaper gets turned away, and there it is. It's going to be the Twilight Council, not the Stargate. Twilight Council's on the way. Reaper does dip back in and does confirm. Clem knows. Then he spots the Twilight Council, is aware of the blink, aware of the opener, and gets away as well. Nicely done. Nicely done there by Clem. Back at home, getting to his 1-1-1. Now, it is difficult to be aggressive on King's Cove, again, just because it's just so big. It's just such a large map. Hard to be aggressive, so we'll most likely be headed towards a longer game stage, into a 3-base economy, into the mid-game, which we haven't seen too much of. I know that we had maxed out armies on ley lines, but it was a very different dynamic where, despite being maxed out, Clem was all in, because he was just delayed and contained for so long. Here, we could see more of a back-and-forth mid-game instead. We'll see. Clark Clem catching out the first death. He's trying to. Reaver goes down. One more volley. Oh, doesn't quite get it. Bit of trade for MaxPax. Forces back Clem. Behind this, MaxPax going for his second gateway. Oh, my apologies. Going for his third gateway, actually. So 3-gate blink. 3-gate blink into a third base. Rover's almost done. With that, we can head into a War Prism and move out across the map. And there it is. Prisms on the way, and MaxPax is moving out. He's going to be more assertive, more aggressive. Not an all-in, but aggression nonetheless. And we'll see what Clem gets done. We'll see if he can hold, survive, and this time break out and get his third and get his fourth without too much issue. But now working on his tanks. Here comes that Stalker move out. Then he does at least confirm the timing of the Nexus. Is aware of the third base. Despite that, is he ready? Back at home, there's a tank. Sorry, there's a bunker at the natural. There is a tank in the main. Second tank is on the way. Decent Sim City. Stim is exposed. MaxPax, he sees Stim. Oh, blinks in. Blinks into the main. Going for the tank. Just try to, but last the tank does survive. So far, so good. Clem does hold. MaxPax, he pulls away. He reinforces. He can try to head for the mineral line, go for the add-on instead. And additional tank production is going to be denied. Going for combat shields. Blackwire's going to get picked up as well. No, barely will live. Oh, it's going to be close. Can he get it? Trades with the Marines. And with the repairs, it looks like Clem, he will hold. He will save the tank lab. Forces the army back. Tank is repositioning. MaxPax still threading those tank labs, but won't get them. Yeah, he will not get them. Whew. At the same time, auto charge across the map. They get 4 probe kills. As there was some Raven harass. Raven still active. MaxPax, he rotates. But is denied. Clem defending well here. Saves the add-ons, saves the tanks. Lost what? Lost 2 SCVs. And a depot. Catches the Observer. Observer goes down as well. And from here, Clem can now freely expand. Third CC's on the way, building on more bio. I thought it was risky that Clem had gone for an earlier add-on swap into Widow Mines out of tanks, but hey, he got away with it. Did get away with it in the end. Way to survive. Likewise, Bay's on the way here for MaxPax into Colossus. Getting to that gateway explosion. MaxPax is building up. I do give the edge to Clem here. I know that Clem is on 2 bases, but I mean, he's supposed to be. MaxPax ideally wants to be up in expansion. Clem is now breaking out, and Clem is going to gain map control. Does force MaxPax back. MaxPax ready for his own Zealot round by. Let's go. He's getting ready. Then we'll catch up for a Zealot. Force back home. Force to turn around. Thankfully, MaxPax does pull away. Does pull back in time. Once again being annoying here, and we'll see if he can once again delay the push here from Clem. It's also getting some damage to delay some reinforcements. But Clem is moving out. Yeah, Clem commits. Is going to push. Back at home, what do we have to defend? We have 1 Colossus. A couple of Zealots. Clem still has a terrifying army. The Prism going to be hunted down by the Viking. And now there's nothing keeping Clem back. The Prism did fall. MaxPax under a lot of pressure. Going for another Zealot run by. Does head towards the natural. Zealots, they are spotted. And they won't get too much done. They make their way towards the third. Never mind. Up. 2 Zealots make it in. Clem moving forward. And he does turn the army away. The 4th base, it's going to go down. A massive pickoff. Yeah, MaxPax, he cannot save it. And Clem's win condition, all it is, deny the 4th. Deny the 4th base, Delta coming from behind. 1 tank goes down. 1 tank left. The Zealot run-by was dealt with. And Clem doesn't have to push up the ramp. He doesn't need to. Just has to park himself outside of the bases and make sure that MaxPax never expands. 4th CC now on the way. Clem, he does actually completely back off. Playing it safe. Races back home. And Clem already has a lead. Like, he has a massive advantage. I mentioned before that ideally the Protoss wants to be up a base. That is not the case here. We're even on bases instead. And Clem is going to be the first to max out. MaxPax setting up another run-by. War Prison's being rebuilt. And ideally, MaxPax, whenever the next move out occurs, he's able to get into a mineral line, wreak havoc, and force Clem back home. Again, similar to what we saw on ley lines, but this map is just so large. It's so much more difficult here to maintain map control and to move out with these run-bys. MaxPax still stuck at home. Oh. Hello? Oh, no. Didn't he leave earlier? Am I crazy? Yeah, there we go. No. Feels bad, man. Shout out to Sub-Zero. He is, I believe, the caster for 3D Clan. It is unfortunate. Hopefully everything's okay. And if there is an ace match, hopefully he's able to clear things up and join us for the ace match as well. So fingers crossed for Sub-Zero. Clem is Max, establishing a 4th. MaxPax gearing up for that run-by, for that drop. Clem does push through the center, and now it's go time. Here comes that prism. But it may be too late. Oh, Clem turns around. He respects the prism. Does turn everything around, actually. He's racing back home. Zelza hit the 4th. Prism into the main. Vikings, they will chase this down. Eventually. And Clem will defend. Oh! There's recall just in time. Well, does save the prism. And MaxPax, he establishes his 4th. Not bad. He gets his 4th base up running. 5th base is on the way. MaxPax is maxing out. And again, all thanks to that War Prism. If it wasn't for that drop, Clem would have kept pushing. He would have kept pushing, kept going. And MaxPax, he would have that much less to defend. It's still not going to be easy. But he has 4 disruptors. Clem scans at a time. Sees the Mass Disruptor. Moving in. Steering forward up. There goes up. So power avoids the Novas. Nice play here by Clem. Yeah, it does avoid them. Stins on in. Takes out the final disruptor. Up. And without these Novas connecting, Clem, he can just keep going. He can keep pushing. Just only MaxPax away from the 4th base. Up. Novas a reset. Not bad. Leaves out 1 disruptor. And bleeds out a disruptor. Colossus falls as well. The Vikings, they reign supreme. Nice orphan, they're coming in from behind, and they force the pick up. MaxPax barely holding on, but did lose every single Colossus. Colossus count was reset. Oh. MaxPax fighting back though. Forcing Clem to retreat, saves his 4th base, getting his 5th base up and running. Needs a little bit more time. up. The splits though. Does split. For the most part, avoids the Novas, stems in, takes down another disruptor, massive pickoffs. It takes down 3 disruptors. This is what, 2 disruptors left. MaxPax now has got 3 Novas. 3 Novas available, making 2 at a time. Prism across the map. Ooh, massive connection. Oh my god! That was like 5 ghosts! Okay, we're back in this. We're back in this. 1 Nova, sometimes all it takes. 1 Nova in a dream. Now there's only 1 ghost. 1 ghost remaining. Another Nova connects. Bio army's being thinned out. Vikings forced to land. Is it enough though? It's just too much. GG gets called. Clem, he breaks through, and Clem, he will take the series 3-1. Becoming this week's WardiTV Monday champion. GG. Whew. GG, well played. The Novas were getting good, but despite that, we had the greater CranKy. Vikings did land, disruptors were going down, and there wasn't enough there to support those disruptors. Was just a little bit too much to handle. GG. Well played. Well played. Again, there was a little potential this game for MaxPax, but time and time again, Clem, after what happened on ley lines, he was that much more serious about dealing with the prisms, dealing with the zealot run-bys. This time, he was nowhere near as contained, and it was almost a role reversal where instead it was MaxPax who was being contained instead. It was MaxPax who struggled to take a 4th base and struggled to even saturate that 5th as well. GG. GG, well played. Clem will take the series and is this week's champion. Congratulations. Congratulations. Clem will take it. And my condolences to MaxPax as he does fall. But regardless, made a great series out of it. Did make a great series out of it. Again, been far too long since we've seen these two face off in the finals of an event. So, great to see them once again. GG. GG, well played. As I'm sure we might see more of them in a couple of hours in the European Monday Night Weekly. As again, that is going to be starting up in a couple of hours. I believe that is usually casted by Rotterdam. I believe Rotterdam and Steadfast and Zombie Grub are usually the main casters, main English casters, I should say, for that event, as it is organized by TKL. So big shout out to TKL in the French community. That's going to be in 1 hour's time. It's going to be in 1 hour. We have seen a couple of Koreans actually stay up to play in that event, specifically Hero. I think it was last week where Hero, he got like 3 second places. It was crazy. He got 70 second places last week, or like 4 second places. So we'll see if Hero does stay up and does play once again. We'll see. We shall see. Regardless, GG. GG well played. Again, for those who are curious, the WardiTV Monday is a weekly tournament every single week, and because of its time zone, we are able to feature a lot of Koreans, a lot of Europeans as well. This week, of course, we had our European on European finals, and we'll see if that trend continues in the coming weeks. Otherwise, we're going to be wrapping up, and we are going to be heading off. Here again in an hour. We do have the European Weekly. We do not cover that here on the channel as we are usually asleep, and we actually wake up in time for the Americas Weekly for Pigosaur Monday instead. Switch our scenes over. We can catch up on the graphic on our schedule. Bam. There we go. As you can see here, we just wrapped up with the WardiTV Monday, and we're going to be live here at 11 a.m. KST. 11 a.m. KST, that is going to be tomorrow morning. Tuesday morning, that is going to be the Pigosaur Monday. Monday on Tuesday, because it's fine. Don't worry about it. But that is going to be the Pigosaur Monday coming up next. That is going to be in how many hours time? That's going to be in, 10 a.m. not 11. 10 a.m. KST. Is going to be in around 9 hours time, so we got you covered there. Plenty of time to sleep, thankfully. And later on that evening, we have the OSC Season 12 Championship. We're going to be going through the lower bracket round 4, and I believe lower bracket round 5 thereafter on Friday. So we have the OSC Season 12 Championships. We have Code for Giants Cup on Wednesday. We have the Rebellion versus Homeowner show match on Thursday. We have Little League Cup on Friday. Amantes, SDO, STC, and the podcast as well. Plenty of content, plenty of tournaments, plenty of StarCraft on the channel as always. We do have Wednesday evening off. That is intentional. It is part of my initiative here coming into the new year, is to have at least a semblance of a day, like half a day off at least, like half a day off, technically I could be casting then. I could cast 2 times a day, every single day. And for the most part, that's what our schedule is. But Wednesday evening, we're at least keeping that off. We're going to try and keep that off. And we're going to be streaming on our personal channels instead. Going to be streaming. Likewise, Sunday morning is currently free, but I am getting something ready to try to fill that void, so don't you worry. Plenty of content, plenty of StarCraft. Again, we are slowly wrapping up the OSC Season 12 Championship. We'll do so over the course of February, and we have our regular events as well. Plenty of content, plenty of StarCraft, as always here on the CranKy Ducklings. We at least have 1 cast a day, every single day, usually 2 casts a day. So plenty of content, plenty of StarCraft. You can, of course, check us out. If you cannot watch anything live or something that you see here live on Twitch or on YouTube, you can follow us and watch the VODs on YouTube instead. !socials in the chat. We upload to YouTube on a daily basis, so plenty of content, plenty of VODs on YouTube, so you can check us out there if you wish. Otherwise, thank you. Thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in, thank you for the support as well, for subscribing on Twitch, or becoming a member on YouTube, or for even becoming a patron as well. Thank you. Thank you so much for your support. We do appreciate it. Again, we've been getting a lot of support over the past couple of months, more than we have in years on Patreon, so thank you so much. We really do appreciate it. Because of that, we've been able to grow our tournaments, and I don't know if you've noticed, but we've been getting some record signups in Sparkling Tunica. Like, we've been having some proper round of 32s on a regular basis. This week, if you missed out on the VOD, Sparkling Tunica, we had Björn, we had Creator, we had Ryung for the first time. Let's go. Ryung was there, Skillless, Nikita as well. It was a great turnout, the biggest turnout we've ever had for Sparkling Tunica. And part of that is thanks to you guys. Our tournament has been growing, the prize pool has been boosted, thanks to the Patreon, and it's only going to get larger from here, so thank you. Thank you so much for all the support we get on Patreon, and I'm sure the players appreciate it as well. The community appreciates it. Thank you. Thank you so much. And we're so close to our next goal. Again, that is to boost the prize pool even further. Currently, Sparkling Tunica is very top-heavy, only top 2, but our next goal is to pay out top 4. Top 4 players, so we're almost there. Almost there, Pat. Almost. Thank you. Brazilian tournaments, siempre, papi, always. Let's go. Finish him. I see what you did there. Emil, Emil. Este Emil. It's catching up. But yeah, otherwise, with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for all the support. We do appreciate it. And we are going to be heading off here for the evening. Again, our next cast should be tomorrow for WardiTV Monday, or OSC Season 12 Championship in the evening. So depending on your time zone, you can tune in, you can check out whatever we are covering, as we're always casting something here on the channel. Drop by, check it out, tune in, enjoy the StarCraft. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Stick around, we're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Who is live at the moment? Who can we send everyone over to? Let us find out. I think Sal may have woken up, question mark. Let's have a look here. Nope, never mind, he's still sleeping. Never mind. Sal is asleep. We have, I know Hearthstone was casting. Wardi, of course, was casting. Do we see anyone online here? No one that I'm familiar with. So we're gonna gamble. we're gonna roll the dice. We're gonna find someone to raid, someone that potentially we have never raided before, and yeah, give him a chance. Give him some love, give him some support. I'm sure it's gonna be a great time. Check him out. With that, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, hasta luego. Ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego.